you said the right and wrong shit at the wrong time of the month, nigga. This is Black History Month. Hold on. And you said, what was your question?
Didn't white people create America?
You said no. Say it with your chest into the mic. Yeah. What did you say?
Didn't white people create America?
No, the fuck they did not.
The founding
you
fathers?
asking that question at the right time of the year, nigga. I got time today for that shit.
2 black people.
Hold the fuck up. See, you lucky I ain't got my other brothers in here. They probably would have jumped on your ass.
I think
hell
black people
no.
here before all that shit, bro.
Think so?
We were.
You think
We were.
Thank you.
Indigenous, color people were here before your white ass showed up and decided to ruin the fucking party. We was ass naked by the beach chilling, and then y'all ass said y'all wanted to be a part of the shit.
What's Tainos?
The fucking black people that were in like Puerto Rico and Dominican and all that shit.
Talk your shit.
But there's black people in Puerto Rico.
Motherfucker,
bro.
You never knew that?
No, I didn't know
They're
that.
the first ones, bro.
Whoa. White people cannot know shit.
You motherfucker. No, don't act like you didn't know shit, because the way you asked the question.
Christopher Columbus didn't land in America per se, bro. He landed in the Caribbean.
Yeah,
we ain't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on us, nigga.
Supposed to be
What is your problem? Fucking talk your shit, Jose.
I'm so
This is brought to you by Curry.
I'm just saying, that was a question to start right there. And look, don't make it seem like, well, I didn't know, because the way you said it, you knew it all along until you said, didn't white people create America? No,
the founding fathers.
You know what? Let's go ahead and make this understood. White people created today's America.
They civilized it.
No, I'm not even giving them that credit.
Damn.
They
States, yeah.
There you go. That's what we need.
Yeah, the papers.
Thank God you exist.
They created the papers.
These motherfuckers, bro.
Well, I need you to speak up then, goddamn.
doctrination.
You know so much information.
Bro, no,
White people
because this
created
is
the
too funny for
doctrination.
y'all. White people.
Jose, sit back. I need to see my white
White
brother.
people created the doctrination of America.
He said, well, the founding fathers.
I need to see. He said the founding.
He said the founding
The
fathers.
founding fathers.
I'm proud.
The fuck?
The doctrination of America was created by white people.
Keep in mind the last names and shit.
Keep in mind this whole conversation started with him saying like white people invented the eagle. Like they gave the eagle value.
Right.
Yes, they did. 100%.
So he just said yes. He just agreed to the statement. What do you mean that's not what he said?
What? Okay, wait. Let's give him a first shot here. Okay. This is the Opinion Lounge, right?
Should we even do the intro? Should we just
No, there is no intro. We going right. You know what? We're back. Welcome to the Opinion Lounge. Hey, everybody clap it up for the Opinion Lounge.
Baby.
Here we go. Okay, we're back. We're back. You know who they are. You know who I am.
You know what the fuck I am.
You know what we're doing.
This is going to be great.
Trav in the back. Everybody clap it up for Trav.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? We're here. We're back. We ain't going no fucking where. We're here to stay.
Except
goddammit.
for
Now,
in
with
July
further
when they
ado,
go somewhere.
we got a conversation of truth. Kerr,
Rage bait.
ask your no, ain't no fucking no. See, no. Don't let him get off of that, because a lot of motherfuckers, hold on. A lot of people will say some shit that they believe, and then once they start getting the shit unraveled, they say, "Oh, I was just rage bait." No. You're behind is getting schooled, and now your ass want to back up. No, now go ahead and say you said that. I don't want to put words in your mouth. Wow. You said that white people gave, I guess, quote unquote, the animal, which is the eagle, value or whatever. Say what you got to say. Go ahead.
Walk
us through this story.
Repeat
of Kerr's,
what you just said to me to start the whole thing. Mm-hmm. Repeat the line of progression.
Okay, so
here.
where it happened was, you said to Jose that the Mexican heritage was we need to represent the bull in some sort, and I said I thought it was the Chihuahua. And then I said, well, then that makes sense because no, because you asked how this started. I didn't just say some off the wall shit, Jay.
But let's fix it in the beginning, because he said, because I was telling Hussein, hey brother, like you going to Africa and shit like that, you need to start inviting me and stuff. And that's when Jose said,
"How you go fight lions?
Said, you need to bring me too." He said, "No, you got to relax." He said, "I'll be over there chasing lions." I said, "Bullshit! You don't even chase your own cultural animal, which is a bull." That's when your ass came in and said,
"The Chihuahua."
Okay, now keep going.
Okay, and then I started progressing. I was like, "That makes sense."
No, I said he ain't got no culture. I said at least I have a culture.
You right?
And I said white people. Yes, thank you. And then I said white people have the eagle. when they created America, the eagle was a representation of what America was supposed to be of. And then that's when y'all were like, what? You guys were like, what, white people create America? And I was like, yeah, the doctrination of America, yes.
Now for
the
people,
founding fathers, yes.
For people like me that
Black people didn't create the Declaration. Neither did the Mexicans. Neither did the Mexicans. Neither did the Native Americans.
He's getting mad. Why saying this?
Y'all saying that white people didn't create America. I said white people created the doctrination of America.
Now, real quick.
They the ones who created the documents.
For folks like myself that are right now expanding their vocabulary, what does doctrination mean?
The documents, the fucking Bill of Rights, the fucking Declaration of Independence, that all helped created America.
Now, real quick. A lot of this
without the Declaration of Independence, there's no America.
Now,
facts.
The fuck?
Okay.
But you guys are gonna look at me like, oh, what the fuck did a white guy say? I said the Declaration of Independence created America.
The Declaration of Independence.
Without the Declaration.
I'm going last on my views on that, but
It formed it, right?
it helped formed it.
No.
What do you think,
I'm not
Shay?
going, bro. No, I told you I'm going last.
Okay, then what do y'all think? Since I guess I'm wrong. I'm
going last first on this.
Then what do y'all think?
Because he got loud while saying that, meaning that he feels some type of way, and damn it, I do too. So go ahead, because I got some shit. Go ahead.
Yeah, what do you think?
Go
about
ahead.
it?
I don't even know what the question is.
I think America is like a melting pot, in my opinion. So like for me, it's like there's multiple. It's just not white people created America. I think immigration and Black Americans, a lot of people created America. I don't think America is just created by just white folks. Like, yes, did a white guy come up here and invade the country and got it to where it needs to be? Yes, facts. That is facts. But to say that America is built from just white folks, that's wild. That's wild.
I mean, the other counterpoint to this too is what would you consider American culture?
There is none.
Well, what would you consider it?
Yeah.
Like in your ideological mind, like whenever you think of a Hispanic culture, what do you think of?
Pinatas.
Okay. Cool. Yeah.
Can we get serious?
So like pinatas, or in your instance, a chihuahua. But really, like, what in your opinion would be considered American culture?
What would be American culture? Like low key, like I'm now thinking about what Landon just
Don't
said.
have cat got your tongue now. Go ahead and speak,
Americans
Mr.
have
Marine.
a culture.
Sergeant Kirk.
Not to
Speak your shit.
indoctrinate you in this.
What did they?
Wait, how y'all not gonna answer my question?
We're answering a question, but he's asking you a question, so he
I'm
can
answering
answer
your question with the
question.
question, essentially.
Yeah,
I'm answering your question with the
do.
question.
Now
Don't worry, I'll wait.
No, damn, Jay.
Well, I'll
I
help.
feel like a draft pick right now.
Yeah,
Damn.
I'll help you out. Like, I realistically, American culture like is a simulations of a bunch of other cultures. Like, that's kind of what makes a lot of America's like hotspots so great is the ability to go and get a bunch of different culture diversities in America. Is you can go to Chinatown, you can go to fucking Little Italy, go to Soul Foods. Yep. Like you can go and you can get a bunch of these different little melting pots.
Jerk chicken, baby.
That has been assimilated into American culture, right? Like each state has its own individual culture, and that's vindictive of the people who were there originally.
Unless you're Somalian and want to open a daycare, then that's something different.
Oh fuck. Okay.
Wait, what?
It's a long story.
It's a long
Somalian.
It's a long story.
But with long story short, it's fuck ice on everything. It's fuck ice.
Let's not get there yet. We're still on this white culture shit that Kurt was speaking of.
Jose?
No, don't get upset. We're having a discussion. This is the opinion line. You are entitled to your opinion, brother.
I will say,
but go ahead.
The white folk American that claim that this is all theirs or whatever, not you.
No, you're saying this shit.
All right, now let me just say that. It's just you can't say you guys don't have culture, bro. Everything comes from somebody else.
America largely is credited for the culture of jazz, like jazz music.
But they were black folks.
But yeah, that's black folk.
That's black folk.
Yeah,
Jazz came from.
Are you fucking kidding?
So
it is from America.
It is.
It is from America. Like that's what they consider like part of American culture is jazz.
Would it be because like then I think about like Black Americans because some of them are not just fully Black Americans. They're Africans. They have some African in them, some part of African. So you can't. I cannot say that they're fully Black Americans. That's what I would say.
I mean, are you here in America?
Yes.
Then yeah.
Yeah. But I believe that you're an American. Like
If
myself,
you're on U.S. soil,
I believe I'm an American with Mexican heritage. I'm not a Mexican American because I wasn't born in Mexico and then came to America and became a citizen.
Valid.
Right. So that's how I feel. I feel like my views of America is being a United States American, right, with Mexican heritage because that's my background.
yeah. If you add something to the cultural diversity pot that is your community, you're American.
The whole statement African American, unless you're from actual Africa, like you,
Yep.
right? You can't say you can't say I'm African American. No, I'm an American.
I mean,
right, with African descent.
it is a way to like,
unless you fill out that job application.
Unless you fill out that job application.
Right. Which is fucking bullshit, really. I mean,
you have the right to put Pacific Islander.
I mean, at this point,
Saying.
You also have the right to put like
I know a lot of Mexicans that look Samoan.
Let me just say this. As my black ass takes a sip of my grape, Nas.
Aren't you Jamaican?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We're going to put that out there. Thank you, Jose. I honestly feel as though when you say the indoctrination, well, the fuck you want to say, all that shit, I just feel like in that sense, and listen, bro, I'm still learning and I'm open to receiving any type of knowledge that is given. However, I feel as though that you all just created rules on how to govern and basically dictate what you've taken over. What I mean by that is a lot of African Americans, black people, created a bunch of things that are being used of today to basically, what's the word I'm looking for? To basically keep this quote unquote America that you all say you all created going. For example, you know who Garrett Morgan is? No, of course you don't. He invented the modern traffic signal, early gas mask, Lonnie Johnson, the super soaker gun. He did that. Hey,
that's real relative to keep society floating.
Absolutely. You
soaker
gotta have guns.
You know what I mean?
You have to have fun with guns. Mary Van Britton Brown created the first home security system. George Washington Carver, the peanut guy. Everybody knows who the fuck that is. That helps with a whole lot of shit today. Otis Boykin created improved electrical resistors used in computers, TVs, radios, and even pacemakers, which was my mom has right now in her heart. Okay?
Shit, even the lady that
James West co-invented the electric microphone used in phones, laptops, hearing aids, and recording equipment today. Mark Bean helped develop the IBM personal computer.
Yes, sir.
Patricia Bath invented a laser device for cataract surgery. Frederick McKinley Jones invented mobile refrigeration. Okay? It's a lot of shit. Charles Drew developed large-scale blood storage and blood bank systems. Okay? A lot of shit you didn't know. Okay, let's keep it on going on down. Okay? I say all that to say, even Mark Dean helped develop personal computers that we use daily. It's a lot of shit that goes on that a lot of black people have created that y'all are using today. And I ain't gonna say y'all, that we as a people use today. So what I'm saying is, brother, I'm trying my best not to be ignorant here.
It takes a village.
It takes a village.
It does take a village, right? But I don't even like saying that sentence. You know why? Because an old head said it best. He said, yeah, it probably takes a village to raise a child, but what if the whole village is retarded?
That is
That's a real ass statement. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about the important people of the village, the people that motherfuckers like the old lady that the village go to for prayers. Goddamn me, the one strong man that everybody go to that they need to lead to for certain critical decisions and stuff like that and all that type of stuff. But overall, when I hear the statement of, and correct me if I'm wrong when you said it, but white people created America, I have to beg to differ. This is And not only that, brother, you saying this in the shortest month, the blackest month. And you saying it right in the smack middle of it. Today is the 15th. Yes, really, if you want to be honest, yesterday was the middle because we only got 28 of these days. And you gonna say that right in the smack of the middle with so much passion. Ha! Just the other day, does everybody know who Sean Strickland is?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Y'all know who that is, right?
Yeah, the boxer. I mean, the
UFC
UFC
fighter,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
He just made a post like the other day. It was like, man, I miss how America used to be with the motorcycles and the guns and the tits.
What do you mean by
That's
that?
literally what he just that.
What does he mean by that?
Before everybody
So,
became a fucking pussy, bro. That's what he means.
But also, what he's referencing to is his culture. Motorcycle. I say even the picture showed him with riding the Harley Davidson with a 12 gauge in one hand, and just and living life, right?
I see nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that. But whose culture is that? Whose culture? I'm asking a simple question. So whose culture is that?
White people.
Okay, we can say that here. It's fine. It's safe. But what I'm saying, like, just keep it real. You know whose culture that is. So what I'm saying is, I want to bring it back to Jose's original point because that's where this all started from. What culture do you all have?
Well, it started.
I'm bringing that back to you. What culture do y'all have? Because in my eyes, because I love white people, I have a white best friend, which is you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're my white best friend. You are my Will Ferrell, which is why I don't hold you to a lot of shit, because Will Ferrell would say some shit and he'll be passionate about it, but then he don't really know what he's saying. But you got to give him grace on it because he means well. Okay? That's how I look at my brother. So, in a sense, when I think of white culture, I guess, and shit, I probably got some old heads gonna tell me that I'm wrong about this, but like motorcycles, you know what I'm saying? Motorcycle gangs like Son of Anarchy, shit like that. Fucking, you know what I'm saying? The beer, but I don't even think y'all invented that. The beer that y'all drink. Goddamn, just beer. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like beer and fucking like just tailgate.
Whiskey.
Like, I don't think, no, you ain't invited. You ain't invent whiskey because you know who the motherfucker. Y'all get a lot of credit for Jack Daniels. You know, it's a motherfucker named, what was his name? Ernest, something like that, whatever the fuck. He taught Jack Daniel how to motherfucker create Jack.
Oh, that's right. It was a black man.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
But do he
right.
get the credit for that shit? No, Jack Daniels is the shit.
Yeah, he came up with the recipe.
You know what I'm saying? He did the recipe and all that shit, and then it got moved over to Jack Daniels, and Jack Daniels became what it was. But that wasn't even who created that shit. So again, a lot of people, and I'm not just saying me, but a lot of people will believe that white culture is evolved around dictatorship, taking, saying it's my shit, and this is how it's gonna be. Doctrination.
I like the way that they can take it like that.
I'm just saying.
This is mine now.
That's how a lot of people view that shit. Like, y'all invented, and I'll give y'all this because this is what black people say in the hood and shit like that. Y'all invented walking your trap and take over your trap. Y'all invented that, brother. Real shit.
We didn't quote that. Dog.
Real shit. White people invented walking your trap and take over your trap. Seriously. And I'm even watching that shit on Game of Thrones. You got this big ass castle, all these land. You don't need all 7 kingdoms. But what they doing? I'm finna go take his shit. I'm finna take his shit. I'm finna take her shit.
He had a fucking dragon.
I'm finna take all this shit.
That's how the 7
But
kingdoms happen.
Isn't that just conquering somebody, though? I mean, you're not really taking
That's the equivalent of what America did.
That's all I'm saying. That's it. What did a white man
What
just
I'm
say?
saying is,
That's all I'm
you
saying.
take it, you conquered it. There's a difference.
That's the
How's
equivalent.
that in conquering?
Conquering is
That's the
taking.
equivalent.
Huh?
How's
Conquering
that?
is taking.
Right, but the opposition has the right to fight back, right?
Yeah.
So
But
whoever loses,
Hey.
loses.
hey, what happens
Exactly.
if we shouldn't? Like, what happens if I don't want to fight in the first place?
Yep.
Then you're fucking shit out of luck.
Then you're fucking stake. It's
Bro,
the same. It's
It's
all
been
roads
the
lead to the
beginning-
same
Since
round.
the beginning of fucking mankind, bro, it's always been wars.
Yeah, I know, but like,
So it's what you have something that I want. I'm gonna go take your shit.
okay,
That's
we
real.
had this argument in the group chat, right? You live in a house.
Okay.
You live in a house. I want that house.
Come and try and get it.
I get it. You're
and
shit
try
out of
it.
luck.
Then you beat me. That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
So in the state's eyes, they should just fucking accept the outcome of the duel.
we don't live in those times no more.
Because it was largely
we don't live in those times.
stupid.
We don't live in those times anymore. We have laws, we have rules, we have regulations now.
Because, why do you think that is?
Laws and rules and regulations back
Why do you think that is?
I ain't
Because
gonna lie,
they largely deem that shit as bad.
I mean, even though the guy was a bad guy, I mean, Trump did go in there, go capture the Venezuelan president and said, "It's our shit now."
I mean, listen, bro.
That
That's a whole.
That's something else.
That's a whole other rabbit hole.
That's something else. That's a whole different rabbit hole.
I said at the beginning, even though the guy was a bad guy.
That's a different. Yeah.
That's a whole different conversation.
I'm just saying.
It's a bad message to send overall.
They doing the shit.
It's a bad message to send overall because it sends a message that says, "Hey, if we don't like the way you're running your country, we can go in and execute."
They're going after everybody.
And that's not a good strategy to send.
I'm not saying that's right, but what I'm saying is that it's relevant to what y'all saying though. You saying that you could walk in the house and take it, and if you lose, oh well, so the fuck what, whatever. That's basically in the same context of what you just said. I always like how y'all viewing how y'all running y'all country. I'm finna send my guys over there. Boom, we finna take that shit, take your president, and boom, we dictating that shit now or giving the rules.
I mean, the U.S. does have.
I'm not saying it's right.
The U.S. has a bad track record of doing that.
They're going after everybody that's not wanting to be in the central banking system, bro.
The central banking system. Explain to the people what that is, like myself.
The Federal Reserve and all that shit, everything that the Rothschilds own, bro. Every other country other than like North Korea, Russia, China, Venezuela, who else? Cuba, they're deemed dictators, right? Which they are, right? Dictatorship countries, but they have their own currencies. They don't follow the rules of the central banking system, bro.
Right, but a lot of things, like for example, when we let's keep it real.
Why do you think they went after Saddam Hussein?
Well, he was a bad person.
They were bad, bro. But bro, Gaddafi wanted to create his own currency.
But
yes, he did.
But see, to me, how that was that like this, and that's a deeper dive into some shit that'll take a whole fucking 2-3 episodes to take up on. But just in a short sense, at some point, Saddam or whatever they had going on with the presidents, they was like, y'all do y'all thing or whatever. Eventually, they stopped listening to the rules or whatever. And they said, fuck y'all, this our shit. And then once they seen that America was rebelling against that shit, saying, no, you can't do that shit. We'll show you what we can do. And then they sent that shit over to here, hence 9/11. Don't you think? Here goes America defending that shit and saying, oh, you got us fucked up. And then that's meant the manhunt on to Osama, Saddam, whoever the fuck it is or whatever. What I'm saying is that also, when you mention people like, for example, you said the Rothschilds and all that type of shit, the quote unquote elites, do you think of black people?
No.
Those are
all white people.
All white people, correct. But at the same time, their rules and their structure on how they run shit is quote unquote what runs America. The most powerful people, because they have that title and everything like that to be like, hey, this goes here. This does not go here. If you do go against that, there is consequences.
George Carlin said it best, bro. It's a club and you're not invited.
That's all I'm saying. Like, that's real shit. He said, how he said you can't even, what Chris Brown said, he said, how the hell you can't get into the club? You can't get in or something like that, whatever. Like, that's real shit.
You ain't from outside the club. You can't even get in.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you can't even get in. So what, but guess what? But in order to get in, you got to go through a hell of a shit to go, you know what I'm saying? A hell of a lot.
I'm cool, dog. I'm cool. I know what happened. You have to go through them Diddy parties, bro. Fuck that.
All right.
I'll end on this.
Jose.
Bro, you gotta go through them Diddy.
Jose.
You gotta visit an island first.
Well, you gotta go. Yeah, but you gotta do Diddy activities at a fucking island. Oh my god.
I believe that those weren't Diddy activities. Those were Epstein activities that resulted into Diddy.
I guarantee they're related.
Diddy took the fucking idea.
But look though, again, my whole point.
He took the idea.
Let's take it back to the basics. Epstein did what? Use power and blackmail to take over shit.
We're really having a conversation.
This is the opinion lounge, damn it! I don't give a fuck.
How did he get rich? That's my problem.
In case y'all are wondering, we normally don't freestyle episodes.
Billionaire status,
and this is a product of a freestyle.
Blackmail.
That's crazy.
Start off by me with some outlandish shit.
Yeah.
Crazy.
This shit started off the jump off energies.
Hey, this is how
it's been 3 fucking months, motherfucker. We got shit to say.
This is a lot. Hey, listen, Landon. Landon, stop putting us on blast on the show, goddammit. You wait till after the show to tell us how you really feel. In the show, you are a participant. Damn it.
I'm here for
You
life.
are here. This is a white dictatorship. I'm sorry. Okay.
The way you slam that.
The white dictator.
Notice how he's behind the desk.
Right?
Notice how he's behind the desk.
Hey.
Bro, oh yeah, also let's talk about this too.
Okay, let's get it.
Kurt looked at me at this meeting and said that the desk, he feels like it's more open and spacious with the desk here. And I was like, you do know that desk is fucking solid, right? Like, it's not a figment of your
Yeah, I
fucking
remember that
imagination.
conversation.
Hey, he did. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. When we was at the meeting, he did say. I was talking about straight face though too.
He's like, I
My
feel
boy
more
said,
open. I was
it
like,
is
what?
a lot more open.
Yes, look at me right now, bro.
And look, I love
at
the
me.
desk.
Yeah.
I love Trav. Shout out to the desk.
Shout out
right?
to the desk, bro.
However,
I like it.
I am in agreement with bro the way when you said that. I said.
What?
He's had 1-2 drinks. I ain't gonna lie, like,
It's like, bro, you know you
just
can't
let my boy cook
fucking,
right now.
You can't just phase through this motherfucker, right? Like that thing's a solid
He literally
object.
hit you with the Kevin Hart, like, whoa, you can't go back. We can't go past what you just said. Like, yeah, say it. Wait a minute now.
No,
you said
bro.
the desk is more roomy. And
I feel like the way it looks feels more spacious to me. It's more open.
Motherfucker.
You have your spot. I have my spot.
Motherfucker, the
Because
couches
before
didn't go
I
out
was
as
by
far.
the plant.
Yeah,
But it
And that didn't feel
Motherfucker, the plant
spacious
is
at all.
still
I will
here.
say, it doesn't feel like
plan is still here to stay.
it's
still here, bro.
No, focus.
It doesn't feel as crowded.
Right.
You do know the
Right.
couch is.
Why did you give him that look like you with him?
I was like, bro,
No.
are we?
I
Mark?
feel so much more
Help me
spacious
out
than
here.
being tucked by the plant.
Help me out here. At least don't.
I don't see the difference.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hussein is the guy in the middle. I don't see color.
You know
I
what?
don't see nothing.
I couldn't do this 2 months. I couldn't do this 3 months ago.
Hussein played the field.
Have you
bro.
been back there?
Have you been in the back, right?
been-
I'm about to say,
It's not spacious
this
at
was- I ain't
all.
gonna lie,
So,
Hussein, at one point, once he got off the couch,
Yeah, he was on the
he
back.
said he wanted to
Yeah,
stay
he
back
was
there
on the
because he
back.
felt like it was more comfortable for him.
Because there's more room back there.
Oh, there's not room back
Because
there.
it's just you.
Well, you
Well,
are
I'm-
six,
I will
what,
say-
6'3", 6'4", 6'2",
Be
what
the
the fuck?
size of a toothpick and you'll be
Because we
all
had
right.
the TV right here.
We did have
Right,
TV
and
right
then we were closer. You were a little bit further.
I can't
up.
lie. The TV not being here, godlike.
Yes.
Giving yourself CTE in middle of a show is fucking crazy. That's why, honestly, bro. Whenever they kicked me out and put put GW in the middle, I was like, yes, that bald headed fuck. I enjoy that CTE, bro.
I ain't gonna lie, it was kind of a couple episodes where like I
see
had
his
like
fucking sweat
had
stain on the back of the
I had to
TV.
whisper to him like, "You hitting the TV?" Like he's like, "Yeah."
You pull away, it's just
Yeah.
fucking
You did the
wet.
same thing.
Like,
No, I did that shit laughing at your funky ass. My ass be cracking up and shit. And I'm like, oh shit, hold on, TV. That's the only time. But who like G Dub would be like, big time,
big time.
big time, big time. And like he said, it'll leave a little stain in the little corner from whatever ball head products that niggas use. It'll be like right there.
That
You
head
know,
sweat,
it was-
dog.
By the end, his fucking back of his head's just flat.
yeah,
Oh, shit.
like
He
straight
got
up.
no rolls no more back there,
Straight
just flat.
Well, also let's give before we continue on with this show, in all seriousness, fellas. And Landon, you could be a part, like you're here, so like you ain't got to say amen or no shit or whatever. But real shit. I said be serious.
Be serious. Quit
I
fucking laughing.
do want to shout out my brother Big Slide, aka Trevor. My brother has recently dealt with a passing in his family, and anytime that kids, or put it like this, if you have parents or whatever, they still look at you as their kid, no matter how grown you are. And kids grow up looking up to superheroes. And my brother told me on multiple occasions that his father was his superhero. And he said he actually said that shit on the show, exactly. And to lose that is a big piece that you have to be very strong to get over. With that being said, I would like to say a quick prayer for my brother, have a moment of silence, and then we get back to the show. Sound fair?
Yep.
All right. Gracious Most Holy Father, thank you for not only allowing us the opportunity to be on the show again, but also be surrounded by brothers who we love, who we trust, and that we want to be a part of. I would like for you to, I pray that you give my brother Slide the strength to not only be strong, but also overcome whatever feelings that'll be detrimental to him. Let him know that these are times of growth and times of understanding that or may be beyond his understanding, however it is capable, and that you, as long as he walks with you, that it's a great road and path ahead of him. Whoever has dealt with losses, I know that it may be a struggle to deal with. However, I just ask that you give strength, guidance, and understanding to all situations, and that my brother come back strong and better than ever through these times of grief. These things we ask in your son, Jesus Christ's name. Amen.
Love you, Trevor.
Big Slide, miss you, dog.
Yup.
Need you back, dog.
Yup.
Clap it up for Big Slide, man. Need you to clap it up for Big Slide. Okay. Now, in other news, since we've been gone.
It's a good song.
I bet. I
You
bet.
know that culture, don't you?
Oh, fuck
You know
yeah,
that
dude.
culture, don't you?
Hey,
Motherfucker.
Jay's been in the car with me a few times listening to Lady Gaga and shit.
This man put me onto a song called Buy Dirt. I said, you can buy dirt.
You can
This
buy dirt. Oh, fuck
Is it
yeah.
country?
Hey, white people create country music.
But
And that shit is
really.
dog shit.
Not
False
really.
again.
Not
That's
really.
cap.
No, that is not really.
is
Like,
cap.
low-key, no. Not
You
even,
see what I'm saying? You
I
put
don't
on your
know. I didn't know.
lumberjack shirt
I
and think you know
thought-
I
shit.
don't know. I don't know.
No.
You put on your lumberjack shirt and think you know shit.
Did they
no.
did they popularize
That's not
it?
what happened.
Yes, I think
popularized
it. Yeah, I think y'all
Okay,
made it
good.
mainstream.
Every time black people created jazz, soul, country, it's another white man that they want to put the face of it, and that's what happened.
Facts.
That's exactly what happened.
Happened,
I take
yep.
you all the way back to Cadillac Records. Go watch you some fucking film.
Yep.
I don't know.
Damn it.
All right, Jay. Shit.
You got me fucked up. Saying your white statements. I'm sick of you.
I like the
All right.
stories.
Now,
They got
like I
some pretty good
said,
stories.
with shit that has happened since we've been gone or whatever, I want to take y'all back down memory lane.
Oh shit.
We all used to talk about our football teams
All
Oh,
the time.
shit.
in the early statements of the preseason leading on to somewhat midway through the regular season. Some of us had beliefs in our teams that we shouldn't have, like me and Kerr. We had a hospital team.
Wait, hold up.
And nope, let me finish. We had a lot of hope because we are the faithful.
I like how you said we.
and I are the faithful.
We
We were very strong in our takes, whether it was Mac Jones, whether it was Purdy, that we
Super
are going
Bowl.
to see this shit through. And we failed. And you could say it's based off of injuries or whatever, man. It's called next man up. I have no excuses.
Didn't they get
Okay.
y'all got slaughtered.
The
fucking cursed.
one person that stayed true. No,
out
actually,
back
you know what? I'm going to say
shot.
two people on this podcast stayed true to their statement, and they're sitting right next to each other.
Yep.
Right, baby.
baby.
Landon has said from the beginning of preseason all the way to the middle, damn near to the end, we're not doing shit. We're not doing a bitch ass thing.
You're a Cowboys
And
fan,
we are the Cowboys, and we are here to stay, but we are not going past the regular season.
Nope.
That man has stood firm on that, and for that, I give him respect.
Since I've known him.
Now, on the other side, we have Jose. Jose is famous for the line, we might as well tank.
And we will.
And they did.
And we did.
And you know, in a sense, no, because y'all went out with a fighting chance. However, no, because listen, y'all were still playing ball. It was a lot. It was some games where y'all lost by like 3-7, shit like that too. But other games y'all was getting your ass blown out by the teams that y'all was supposed to.
I think they just they have. What's the
However,
point?
he has let it be known that we are not going to do shit.
Nothing.
He was bragging about a Geno Smith pickup
And,
at the start of the
and-
year.
yeah, and he
Man.
compared Geno to Dak and a whole bunch of other shit. He said, hey, we got something. Let's just see how it works. After the first 2 weeks, he said, it ain't working.
Fuck
That's just how it went.
Fuck
Now,
that.
here we are in today's time where the Cowboys are franchise tagging George Pickens, which is great in my eyes.
Yeah.
That's eventually going to be getting paid more than CD, which is another topic of the conversation.
Ooh, that is a good one.
And Jose now has the
Fernando
number one
Mendoza,
pick
baby.
that's about to get who?
Fernando
Mendoza. But it's one person specifically that was on an emotional roller coaster here on this show, ladies and gentlemen. And his name is Hussein Akbar. I'm just playing. His name is Hussein.
Who said, baby?
For people that don't know whose team is Hussein, and if you're a fan of the Opinion Lounge, you do know whose team is Hussein. Hussein is a faithful of the Seattle Seahawks. He is the 12th. He's part of the 12th man. Because I can't
go
call you the
see
faithful because
chickens.
we are the faithful. But you are part of the 12th man crew of the Seahawks. In the beginning, ladies and gentlemen, my boy was very, very weary. He was, I don't know, man. We got Sam Darnold. I just don't believe it. It's Sam Darnold. I mean, we just gotta play our best ball or whatever. And that's one statement that I will give him credit for that remained true. They just have to play their best ball. Hence, how they won the Super Bowl. They played their best ball, even though that their quarterback did not. Is that agreed?
Yeah.
Managed
With that being said, also I want to give a shout out to their head coach, which is what I said in the group as well too. By Mike McDonald winning the Super Bowl in his second year as a head coach, he has to be included with the coaches of the Sean McVays and so on and so forth, as far as young elite coaches in this league. This is his second year. And just like how Drake May, like a lot, like you didn't know or whatever, this was Drake May's second year, but actually with a head coach in a sense, right?
Can I ask him a question real quick?
Go ahead, sure, yes, sir.
So we all know what happened with Bo Nix.
Correct. The person that believed in Bo Nix, by the way, is no longer a part of this shit though. But G-Dub was one of the before he got into the league. He said, "Bro, it's Bo Nix. Yeah. Bo Nix. I don't know what it is, but I believe in Bo Nix." And Bo Nix up until ankle injury, and I believe if it wasn't for ankle injury,
they're there.
Yeah. They're there. Okay, go ahead. Ask your question.
So,
go ahead.
How do you this is all hypothetical, obviously. Like we can play these matchups, but like, how do you think that fares? Because I think the Denver's defense is better. Their offense with Bo Nix is better.
Wait. You're saying that the Broncos defense is better than the Seahawks?
Yes.
I have to hard disagree. Keep going though. Keep going. Okay. Keep going. And I hate these niggas. Just for that, why I hate them niggas.
Okay, well then they're at least bare minimum better than the Patriots.
No. Agree.
Oh yeah,
agree.
They were.
Agree. Denver's defense is better than the Patriots defense.
Because,
no question.
Because they almost lost. Patriots almost lost to Denver with the backup.
Yes,
Keep that
agreed.
in mind. Because of their defense.
Stidham.
True.
Who the Patriots knew of.
Yeah.
Stidham. Come on, bro.
If the Patriot, if it's Bo Nix versus the Seahawks, who wins that?
Why are you asking that question? Go ahead, because he's gonna pop his shit. Like you're setting him up to do like.
He's got to think about it.
But like, okay, you're this is a test to see if he's honest.
Yes, this is a real test.
No, this is gonna be after I gave him his flowers. He's gonna pop his shit. But answer the question first before you pop your shit. Do y'all win against the Broncos with a healthy Bo Nix? Yes or no?
Yes. I think it's a closer game. I think it will be a closer game. I think personally it would be a closer game. But I'm going to keep elaborating this. I think the Seattle Seahawks, I'm going into the rant of my Seattle Seahawks. The evolution of this team is amazing. And the fact that I did not believe him in the first regular season of the games, it's kind of my
all the
fault.
way to middle of the pack. I'm going to hold you accountable.
Yeah, you're right.
From the beginning, but like from preseason all the way to like I say week 7, week 8.
Because
is where you was still on that same boat. Yeah,
and I agree. I agree with Jay. I did not believe. To all my Seattle Seahawks fans out there in Seattle, I want to say I'm sorry. I apologize. But this team has this team has really surprised me throughout this year because we went from one, I think I'm going to keep answering your question. One, we went from an evolution of running the ball volume, not efficiently. We didn't run the ball efficiently. We just was running the ball volume.
I believe a piece of that has to do with the fact that y'all were trying to adopt to the modern day NFL, which is that tandem back shit.
Yep. Yeah.
When y'all bulk back was Kenneth Walker, and he showed it by winning the MVP.
Yep.
But y'all start giving more shares to Charbonnet.
Yep.
And he's a great addition.
Yep.
Right? Like we know that Jahmyr Gibbs is the back.
Yep.
Montgomery is an extra piece that's needed if the legs fail.
Yep.
He can still keep the ship going.
Mm-hmm.
However, I felt like y'all took that to the extreme. At one point, I felt like Charbonnet was getting more carries than Kenneth Walker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree.
And that's where y'all got away from that from. Continue.
I'm gonna keep answering your question. I think because that first like 7 to 8 weeks, Seattle was a volume runner, of not efficient volume runner because Kenneth Walker and Charbonnet Charbonnet was averaging 4.4 yards per carry.
Mm-hmm. That gives you more touches.
Yeah. Kenneth was averaging 9.9, but the emergency,
which is fucking crazy.
Yeah, the emergency of JSN that became that whole conversation in that first season. But that latter, after we played the Rams and we started running the ball, I think it started changing once we played the Rams week 11 and we lost by a field goal.
I agree.
That emergency win, now you started seeing K9 started running the ball efficiently. That's when I was like, okay, this team is now dangerous. Because I thought 9 is special. I think 9 is special. K9 is special.
Yeah.
And I thought that whole thing, now having JSN going deep and having K9 do his thing in the back, I was like, yeah, this is a complete team.
I'm going to argue a little bit against this, is that your defense is not getting home to Bo Nix nearly as much as they did as Drake May, because they're not starting 2 fucking rookies.
And the left tackle don't have Tyrannosaurus for arms.
I think I disagree.
I
disagree.
I don't think y'all are getting 6 sacks in that game.
I would say I disagree, because this defense is not made to get to the quarterback. This defense is made to disguise, cover, having 2 high safeties and disguising everything.
But being able to get home with only a 4-pass rush, that changes the entire game. You're not doing that.
And also, a lot of people fail to forget, and I don't know how. Y'all got to have to understand that Mike McDonald is a defensive head coach. He was the defensive coordinator for the Baltimore Ravens when they had the top 5 defense consistently.
Oh, yeah.
So I felt like they were going to get there eventually. Did I expect them to get there year 2? No. But I felt like what made that more of an importance was because the play of their quarterback in the regular season.
Yeah.
One thing I will give is that Sam Darnold was immaculate through the playoffs.
Through it, yeah.
The playoffs, they talking about they're worried about him seeing ghosts and all that shit. Y'all got to put that narrative on other quarterbacks now.
Yeah.
But I felt like they gave him the reassurance to basically take more chances and to be more aggressive, because he knows that he has a K9.
Yeah.
Because he has a Charbonnet. Because he has a JSN. And a lot of times, JSN was basically what Cooper Kupp was for the Rams in that Super Bowl win, like that Super Bowl season.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Like, as long as you find a way, like I always look at quarterbacks with that number 1 receiver, kind of like, like how. And this is the one they always put it in comparison, because we played these teams a lot. Green Bay, when it was Aaron with Devontae Adams, we knew that it's 3rd and 17. Most teams are going to run the ball and try to get good for like punt positions, shit like that or whatever. Just hold Devontae. And even if he double, triple covered, that motherfucker still finds him some type of way. That's how I felt with Matthew Stafford with Cooper Kupp. That's how I felt about Sam Darnold with JSN, Marvin Harrison, Peyton Manning, so on and so. When you have that one guy, that makes a lot of things easier, which makes other positions in that team more easier to basically do. Y'all's run game basically overrided Sam Darnold's inefficiency early in the season.
Yep.
That's what I believe.
I just have a problem with 4 field goals in 4 quarters.
I mean, that just goes to show that the fucking defense wins chips. That's basically all.
Offense sells tickets,
because
defense wins championships.
I was expecting a fucking blowout.
If you want to say that hypothetically of Denver,
I mean, technically it was a blowout up until Matt Collins with the touchdown.
And then at that point, the floodgates opened.
Low key, it was a blowout up until. You know
if you want to
that
say,
was still a clean ass. That was a clean ass.
And I still believe, I love K9. I still believe at that point y'all should have gave Jake Myers the fucking
I
Super
could
Bowl
see that
MVP.
argument.
That's my keep going. I don't want to get lost.
But to say that hypothetically against Denver, I want to ask on this question: if you think Denver if Denver would have made the Super Bowl,
yes,
who do you think their receivers match up with my corners?
I just think that their defense will lock down yours. I don't necessarily. I think it'll be more of like a point.
Because eventually, the game of football. Going to my question. Eventually, my offense is going to have more opportunities to score.
Theoretically.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I believe that Cortland Sutton would have gave 27 a run for his money.
I just think.
I believe Cortland Sutton would have if you got routed up and head over the bunt-out by Matt Collins.
Bro, I mean, they also have
Cortland,
again,
you're not giving credit. And it was late in the game, so don't believe about effort and all that shit.
No. I'm not saying effort. I'm saying if you watch that play, replay that play, one, they motioned Mike Collins out from one side to the other side. Woolen traveled with him, 27 Woolen. He traveled, and then he played. He allowed the receiver to free release outside, and then he got beat.
Whose fault is that? That's
I don't think you would say, oh yeah, if that was a critical situation, Woolen would play the same way he's playing now.
Question: who's the better quarterback, Bo Nix or Sam Darnold?
Bo Nix.
Bo Nix.
Bo Nix was
You got better. I'll give you.
Hold on, because it's going there, Landon. It's going there.
I don't think.
Who is the better quarterback?
Drake May had a better season, so I give Drake May.
I'm saying, who is the better quarterback between Bo Nix and Sam Darnold?
Sam Darnold.
No.
Why?
Sam Darnold.
Give me your Thank you, Landon. Give me your reason why you stand on that, and take the bias out.
2 years back to back, 14 and 3 seasons.
Okay.
Has had over 4,000 passing yards with 23 touchdowns, and he's been
I
great.
object already because who was the number 1 receiver over there in Minnesota?
Jetta.
99 overall Jetta. Who the fuck is the number 1 receiver over there in Seattle? The Offensive Player of the Year, JSN.
Yep.
He's always been number 1.
What receiver did Bo Nix have that's considered top 10, top 15?
But then that still goes back to my argument. Who's going to beat me in that one?
No. You answer questions going off the rip. I said, who is the better quarterback, Bo Nix or Sam Darnold? You said Sam Darnold because of what he did the past 2 seasons. But the past 2 seasons, he's had number 1 elite receivers that are considered to be top 5 in the NFL. Bo Nix hasn't had that, and he didn't got to the Super Bowl if he didn't snap his fucking ankle.
Hey, Sam Darnold also had JJ too.
That's all I'm saying.
Mic drop. Yeah.
That's all that I'm saying. So to go from that, and mind you, this is his second year too. Mm-hmm. To go and get that far and not have a top 15, top 10 receiver, but you're saying that the reason why that Sam Darnold was what he was, and let's be real too. Sam Darnold had both top 10 defenses on both teams too. Yeah. Brian Flores led the shit out of fucking Minnesota, and then you got Mike McDonald, who is a defensive head coach that basically formed y'all shit.
We can say the same thing about Bo Nix. He had Sean Payton, one of the greatest coaches,
but he doesn't have the weapons.
But no. Coaching and one thing is another thing. Like right now, Mike Vrabel was arguably the best coach in the playoffs. What did that get him in the Super Bowl?
He wasn't. Mike McDonald was. Mike McDonald was. I'm just saying, Mike McDonald.
Mike McDonald's the best coach in the playoffs.
Bro.
Because he won the chip, baby.
He won the chip.
But let's be real. No, the reason why I say he's not though is because
I respect it.
He goes to a Patriots team that went 4-13. Let me talk. He took a team that was 4-13, not 2 years like Mike McDonald. 1 year. 1 year. Brought that same 4-13 team to the Super Bowl. That has never happened in NFL history. But that has never happened.
I'm going to quote the Patriots fan. You had the easiest schedule.
They did.
Okay.
They did.
They still had to show up in the playoffs.
But at the end of the day, you still have, hey, Landon, what did you just say? At the end of the day, you still have to do what?
You still got to show up in the playoffs.
You still have to show up and play ball.
Yeah, you played.
And look, was Sam Darnold considered an MVP candidate? No. Was Drake May considered an MVP candidate?
I'm gonna have to re-quote you on that one.
Wasn't it Drake May that lost to Matthew Stafford by 1 fucking vote? Yep. So all I'm saying is,
Drake May heard Tom Brady was in the building, bro, and started throwing absolute
Sammy,
missiles.
listen. I love redemption stories. Sammy got the game from us. He learned how to be a better quarterback, went to Minnesota and balled his ass off. That balling his ass off, he should have stayed in Minnesota, but now they sick to their stomach looking at what the fuck happened. So now y'all got blessed with that shit.
Coaching failure.
But what I'm saying is, when you have a defense, that is arguably the number 1 defense, makes the quarterback job a little bit easier. When you have a running back that's a consistent 1,000-yard rusher and 9.9 rushes per carry, that makes it a lot easier. When you have the Offensive Player of the Year as your fucking receiver, that makes it a whole lot easier. Drake May had a fucking Tyrannosaurus Rex as a left tackle with short ass arms. And y'all was abusing that shit. Drake, what's the name of 2? He did not have a top tier receiver. He made motherfuckers look good like Booty and fucking
Travis, that's his name. That's his name.
His name's Booty.
That's his name. Travis.
He made motherfuckers like Booty look
That's his
good.
name.
And then and look,
the fuck
aside
are
from
the
Cardi B
receivers?
pussy, like Stephon Diggs was mid.
He didn't do shit.
I give him no. Let's not do that because he didn't do shit in the Super Bowl. But what I'm saying is through the regular season, which is the one prop that I do give Stephon Diggs, he is a quarterback elevator. That he lets quarterbacks see what they can do if you trust your receiver. He did it with Josh Allen. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Before Josh Allen got there, he was trying to pick him like basically dink and dunk or some shit and use his legs. When Stephon Diggs got there, okay, maybe I should sling this bitch a little bit. That's when we start appreciating his arm. You know what I'm saying? Pause. Same thing with fucking with Drake May.
Davis too.
Drake May, and mind you, this is coaching too. Like Gerard Mayo, I love you, dog. You are a legendary linebacker, head coach ass. When he got there, he was still playing it safe. When you get receivers like Stephon Diggs and that motherfucker's tripping off of Stephon Diggs, here comes Booty who is open and shit like that or whatever. Now you looking good too. That type of shit happens, but he was an elevator for those teams. But still though, do you consider Stephon Diggs a top 10, top 15 receiver? I don't.
In today's NFL?
In today's NFL, I don't.
But with all that being said, baby, congratulations on the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
I don't like
now
the
pop this shit.
discreditment of Mike McDonald.
How about giving him discredit what I just told you that he needs to be included with the Sean McVays and so on and so forth? I'm not discrediting him.
I'm gonna say it in the
I
group
just
chat
told you
like
that
I said.
the only disconnect that we have is that you're saying that Mike McDonald is a better coach than Mike Vrabel, and I disagree with that. That's it.
How do you disagree? In
He
2
took
years,
1 year to go from 4-13 to the Super Bowl.
In 2 years,
Hussein?
he has took them to the Super Bowl and won the Super Bowl.
Okay, now check this out. Also, keep this real too. The Seahawks had who before Drake May? I mean, before Sam Darnold.
Gino.
Man.
Let's take a moment. Wait, no. Don't cook. I said, don't say shit. Just answer the questions and let's proceed.
We have the best producer.
Who was the quarterback to the Seahawks prior
This shit
to
is
Sam
godlike. We have the
Darnold?
best producer
Gino
ever.
Smith.
Geno Smith. When did Geno get you?
Gino gave me, pull up his stats. I don't remember.
I give you not enough.
Not enough.
And Kendrick Lamar voice, not enough.
None of them.
Okay, now here you go.
And this shit's fully charged.
Now here you go. Now check this out.
I got a smoke machine for you.
Was JSN there when Geno was there?
Yeah, DK was also there.
And DK,
Wow.
let's take a moment to process it because I'm cooking. I told you. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going.
DK.
Let's keep it the fuck going.
I'm gonna let him go.
Mike Donald was still there, right? You had DK, right?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. We're smoking on that Patriots.
You had JSN, right? Right? Yes or no?
Still had K9.
You still had K9 there, right?
Yep.
You had Charbonnet there, right?
Yep.
Y'all record wasn't enough to go to the playoffs, let alone the Super Bowl, right? What I'm saying is, Mike Vrabel came down there to the same sitio, only but with a rookie quarterback,
Rookie offensive line.
rookie offensive line, and all that type of shit. Had to acquire some free agents and all that type of shit. Usually the excuse is, well, they got to bond together. They got to get the shit going. Just like how motherfuckers will say about the Chicago Bears. Made great additions in free agency and everything else. But they said they're more hopeful towards the future because of what they have, and they still need time to get together and mesh and all that type of shit, right? What I'm saying is that in Mike Vrabel's first year, which most people would say, well, this is a year to get your team together, galvanize and do all that type of shit. He took their ass to the Super Bowl. Now, take strength of schedule out the equation. You still got to win your fucking games. Because in the beginning of the season, they said that the 49ers had the easiest schedule until you seen how these teams played out. and it ended up being the eighth hardest schedule in the league. It went from projected to be the easiest to the eighth hardest. Okay? Mm-hmm. What I'm saying is Mike Vrabel took 1 year to do that shit because of the type of coach that he is, how he galvanizes around his players, the schemes that he called up, so on and so forth. The Patriots defense wasn't look like who they are right now last year. The quarterback didn't look like how he looked last year, this year. The whole reputation of the Patriots didn't look like how they did last year. Mike McDonald was in that same boat. He had 2 years to do it though.
Mm-hmm.
With those same players that you still have right now. Mike Vrabel did that shit in 1. That's my argument.
I'm a end this conversation.
No, ain't no ending. You gonna keep it going, motherfucker.
I'm gonna end this conversation.
Go ahead.
All right, Patriots had the third best free agency spots. Had the most caps. 99.9.
You talking about the
money.
Free agent, the money.
Gotcha.
Had the most money to spend
Yeah.
to build. Had a first round pick to build a team to get more assets. You're telling me with that as a head coach and one of the easiest pathway to get to the Super Bowl.
We said we take it straight to
Strength
schedule
of
out the
schedule.
equation. Don't use that as a point.
I'm putting that in there because again, that argument it says we play in the NFC. Me and you, we're San Francisco.
By the way, NFC West is what?
The hardest division in the football. I think.
Okay.
Trevor, do never say that ever again.
Yeah. Slide. We love you. We give you grief, but fuck you. You was wrong. You was wrong for that because I told your ass from the jump. And we gotta. Hey, listen.
Never say that again.
Oh, okay.
Never say that again.
Keep it going. All right, bet.
I think again that has to play a part, in my opinion. So for you to say Mike McDonald is not a better coach than Mike Vrabel, I think that's crazy because I think he is better. And he calls the defense. The crazy thing about it, he is the Sean McVay on the defensive side.
Respectfully, they're both terrible.
So is Mike Vrabel. Right? Mike Vrabel calls the defense.
You're a Cowboys fan. You ain't got nowhere to talk about this. You ain't got a good discussion in this
Shit,
one.
goddamn.
You ain't got a
I
discussion.
said congratulations. What do you say fuck me for? I gave you
What you say
props.
fuck me for?
He's trying to rage
I
bait.
was
There you
nice.
go.
Rage bait.
He said, yes, and we did it in the 49ers stadium, baby.
Oh,
Get
yeah.
fucked.
Nah, I ain't gonna
was
lie. You
crazy,
see like
bro.
how I was riding with
That was
motherfuckers
crazy,
too, bro.
Oh.
That was
We said
crazy.
That was
West
some
Coast
low,
Alliance.
that was some
We said,
low blow
fuck
ass
these
shit,
guys.
bro.
I went through that shit on
That
there,
was
bro.
some
They
low
did
blow
all that
ass shit,
49ers
bro.
I love Jay as a person.
No, don't.
I love Kerr as a person. But since they were up the 49ers, fuck them.
Fuck 'em all.
That's fair.
It's fair for you to say that. We ain't got to throw hands behind that because usually I would. Fuck you, okay? But you're entitled to that opinion because this is what the opinion line.
Good job, though.
So you're entitled to. Hey, clap it up for the Seahawks.
Good job, Sea
I'm not,
Chickens.
but you go ahead.
Hey, you gotta call them. You now
guys
gotta
are
call them.
losers, dog.
I'm
Not
not sure
fucking
losing
sore.
at all.
Yes, it is
Like-
because you guys had the same opportunity to win.
No, the fuck we didn't.
I knew this was gonna come.
No, the fuck we
I knew
didn't,
this conversation
Jose.
was gonna come. I knew this conversation was gonna come up.
You guys were so
y'all.
confident 3 weeks ago.
Wow.
They respect
You guys
3
were
weeks
so-
ago,
You guys were
Jose?
so confident fucking, 3 months ago when we did
Yes,
that
because we had a
podcast?
full fucking team 3 months ago.
They
We had
said,
a whole team.
They said, watch this. and then they got belt to ass.
Belt to
bro.
ass.
Jose, opinion lounge. Let me ask y'all this. When you have the best linebacker,
How do you have CP3 and CD and still not win shit?
wait.
Because our defense is terrible.
wait.
Next
I'm
question.
sorry.
Because you have that.
Wait, listen. When you have, and it's not arguable, the best linebacker in the league out, that plays a part in your defense, correct or wrong?
Yep.
Like if Ray Lewis was out,
All I hear is excuses.
that affected the Ravens, right? If Ray Lewis is gone, the defense looks different, right?
Yeah.
Same thing with fucking Fred. Okay? Your number one draft pick, who is the opposite side of Nicky Bosa, gets hurt, out for the season. Nicky Bosa himself gets hurt, out for the season.
There's your line.
Fred Warner's backup, D. Winters, who is the fastest linebacker in the NFL, hurt. You got fucking both safeties that eventually got hurt. You had Brock Purdy out for 8 games. The only thing that kept us afloat was Kyle Shanahan's scheme.
And hopes and dreams, baby.
And a thing that rhymes with hopes and dreams is CMC.
Dude.
That's
He
literally
was
it.
injured too.
He didn't get hurt this season.
He didn't?
This
He was
season,
out for us a couple.
no.
No.
CMC got hurt a couple of plays, like where he had to go and stretch, get the machine out. You know what I'm saying? Probably stick him with a little steroid, whatever the fuck they do in the NFL. That happened, but that's the reason why we even competitive the way we were, because we had CMC. Now, I'm not listening to you because you're on your petty trip right now, so I'm not even. I'm not
You
even
had a
talking
dynamic
to you.
duo and couldn't do shit.
But what I'm saying is that we are the team over the past 3 years that has the most injuries. The reason why you're confident in your team is because if you're noticing that your team is overcoming obstacles with a hospital team, that gives you more belief in your head coach to like be like, damn, bro, you really calling this shit because we really supposed to be getting our ass beat. You know what I'm saying? And as a team, at least with me, bro, I'm never gonna be like, we finna lose this shit. I'm gonna talk my shit even if I don't believe it. Hey, no, fuck that. We finna win this shit. No, we finna win this shit. I don't fall into the other shit of like how other people do with their teams and be like, oh yeah, no, we just suck. Like Jose has every reason to say why the Raiders suck, why they should tank, so on and so forth. That's a whole different discussion. Mm-hmm. Now, if his team, put it like this, if his team was competitive all the way through week 12, week 13, week 14, and they showing that they have possibilities or whatever, his tone would have changed.
Definitely.
However, they showed the same shit from the beginning to the end. What we're saying is that with the 49ers, with a healthy team, we beat y'all ass and put 40 up on y'all. With the same team that y'all got to the Super Bowl with.
Week 1, y'all beat us by 3.
Hey.
Did we not put 40 on y'all and beat y'all ass when we played you again? You talking about week 1. I'm talking about the time we put belt ass when it was 40-20 or 40-21.
Last year.
So what I'm saying is...
But who won the Super Bowl?
No, I'm saying.
Y'all cutting off the points because we know who won the Super Bowl, asshole. What I'm saying.
That's still a sore subject,
You know what I'm
Jose.
saying? Right. What I'm saying.
Because it happened in their crib.
All I'm saying is that we're not even supposed to be still talking about this. I just got to speak my piece. What I'm saying is at the end. All I'm saying is at the end. All I'm saying is at the end of the day. At the end of the day.
Hey, Santa Clara was quiet.
At the end of the day. Well, I mean, we were in Cancun. Nobody was there. Of course it's quiet.
Except for that one
We
player.
were in Cancun.
Except for that one player.
You know, like the one player in the World Series that wears the fucking Miami.
You know,
the fan that wears that Miami shit.
No.
You know what? You two deserve each other. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Jose, you talking,
Both of y'all shut the
you
fuck
talking
up.
about that?
All right?
Marlon Humphrey was in Seattle
Was
for
he
the
really?
parade. For the parade,
No
the
shit.
Baltimore Ravens corner was in Seattle.
Yeah, he's trying to be. Yeah, he over there trying to speak. Yeah, gonna pick me up. hey, I know what I do over here. You know what I can do.
He said you just won the chip. I know you got more money on
Hey,
that roster.
listen. Some of these players ain't gonna be here. I'll take a discount.
No, but
Got that discount double check for that ass. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Most of those
I'm
players-
just saying, bro.
Most of the players are staying for this next season, right?
No, not most.
No.
Not most.
I think-
Hussein talking shit now because you know how many free agents y'all got. Even the Super Bowl MVP is a free agent right now.
I think John Schneider knows he needs to pay K9 first. K9 needs to be
He's
taken
the
care of.
first person that needs to get paid.
He needs to get taken care of. I would say let go of Boy Mafe. That's just going to deplete the defensive end position, the room.
What also helps their free agency cap is the fact that JSN is on a rookie deal right now.
Which is fucking crazy.
That helps out a lot.
helps a
at
lot.
the end of the
Because
day,
if it was up to him to get paid right now, this whole shit is what you say, Thanos.
Gone.
no,
Everybody.
I think
Real shit.
you
Shout
extend.
out Mavies.
I think you extend JSN and Spoon now. I think you do it now. I think you don't wait. You don't give them their 5th-year option. I think you do it now. Pay them now. Get them over with. So then they don't hurt you too bad.
How big is that contract?
Whose contract?
Highest paid.
JSN.
Highest paid.
JSN.
They're not paying him till next year.
He
I think they're gonna pay him.
He
this-
said they're going to pay him this year.
I think they're
so.
gonna pay him
What does
this
that
year.
contract look like for you?
Highest paid.
I don't think they're gonna.
Highest
pay him.
paid.
Highest paid.
How many years?
I think next
5 years.
Fucking A.
Lock them up.
Is
No trade clause?
I don't even know if I'm saying the right word. It's fathomably
up.
impossible
I like it.
to pay that man this year
I think
with
you
the
pay
amount
him.
of free agents
No,
that
you
y'all
do.
have right now.
No.
It is impossible to give him that
think-
contract right now.
I think you can.
That's why I believe it's next year.
I think you could. You could do it now.
Okay.
And I think you can
And
do it
keep
now.
the same team with the same caliber of respect that
I
what y'all
think you're
did.
going to lose. I think you're going to lose. Like I said, I think you're going to lose your defensive line plays. I think you're going to lose your defensive line. You're going to lose your defensive line, and you're going to have to reconstruct. You're going to have to reconstruct Cup's contract and T-Law.
Cup.
What are you doing
Unless
with,
Cup
what are you doing with
retires.
Darnold?
I believe Cup retires.
Yeah, he has two.
If,
You got
if,
listen.
if he does retire, that's
That's
Listen,
help. That
listen.
helps y'all.
That's perfect.
That helps y'all.
He's a Hall of Famer. The man got the Triple Crown and 2 Super Bowls.
for you
Bingo.
saying that, bro. I did see Emmanuel Acho, and LaShawn McCoy saying that he is not a Hall of Famer.
Well, with all due respect, I love Emmanuel Acho. He's one of the most intelligent people that here on this earth. He's very educated. But he gives some terrible ass takes. terrible ass takes.
Thank you. Somebody said it.
Terrible ass takes. I respect and I admire this man, but he gives terrible takes. So don't you. Honestly, for you to use that as a bullet, it's a blank. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, and I hate how to put it out there like that. But for you to use that as your fine, it didn't hit nobody.
I'm saying,
like because
he kind of got me mad last night.
But for you to have the Triple Crown, 2 Super Bowls, and actually contribute to those Super Bowls, to me, and also he was a consistent factor in LA. He was consistent. I believe that gets you into the Hall. It's a lot of Hall of Famers that play receiver that don't have 2 Super Bowls, let alone a Triple Crown. That alone, to me, gets you into the elite category. Of the
Almost first ballot, at least.
At least. Even
But
though, which we all
days.
can agree to, that the Hall of Fame has watered down.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hence why you don't have a Robert Kraft or Bill Belichick, even though I don't fuck them people, but credit is credit. The fact that they're not in there is the fact, and also, let's pivot to this. Let's pivot to this as well. Even though shit's different, why the fuck why is there so much of an uproar for Bill Belichick when he didn't get into the Hall of Fame? But where was all this when T.O. didn't get in? Because Bill Belichick got Spygate, Deflategate, and Womangate. And College Gate, if you want to be real to it, because he ain't did shit in North Carolina but bag a bad bitch that's 25. Let's just be a buck. And then without Tom Brady, like aside from him being a coordinator with other teams, you ain't won your ass Super Bowl. But here goes Terrell Owens, that's arguably like right up under Jerry Rice, has the stats as number 2 of all the categories, and he had to wait how many years?
Is Deion in the Hall?
Yeah,
Of course.
Deion,
Of course.
He's the main.
That's prime time, baby.
He's the main advocate for like. I feel like this some bullshit. Like honestly, and I feel him on that. Like, listen, bro. There's no reason why motherfuckers that played in the 70s and 80s are just now getting in.
Yeah.
That ship has sailed, bro. You were a great player, and we appreciate your history and the contribution to the NFL. Outside of that, bro, like right now, and I respect it because he was a 49er player and all that shit like that. But Roger Craig, you just not getting in, cuz.
I have
Come on, dog. Like at some point. Like, this is what I say. If you ain't got in by years 7 through 10,
you ain't getting in.
You didn't make much of a difference.
now I get it that it's a multitude of players that were probably greater than you that has to go ahead of you. It's a threshold. Like I've been saying since the beginning of the show, it's levels to everything. It's levels. You got your elite to the least of where you can't tell. But this is what I think about the Hall of Fame. People that are in the Hall of Fame are basically people that you can't tell the story of the NFL without mentioning these players. It's a lot of players that are in the Hall of Fame that don't fit that bill.
Facts.
Me personally.
Facts.
That's how I feel. That should be the class of the Hall of Fame. We can't tell the story of the NFL without mentioning these players. Like right now, just like how you said, is Deion in the Hall of Fame? You can't talk about the NFL without Deion mentioned. You can't. You can't. Some people will agree, and even though you could talk about whatever the fuck you want to, most people still say that you can't even mention the story of the football without bringing in Michael Vick. Is he in the Hall of Fame? No.
I mean, I feel like that one kind of.
But like I said,
for obvious reasons,
I can hint to that.
For obvious reasons.
But what we're talking about is also too, which is why some people said that the voters need to be changed, because at that point you're talking about antics and shit that happened outside of the game.
Brett Favre.
If you're just talking about contributions to the game and what you did in the game and how did you revolutionize the game. That's my only take. Now, if we're talking about outside and all that type of shit, because you're supposed to be held as a role model or people like shit like that. Character, I can agree with that. But that's the thing that people said about T.O. They said that the reason why he did get it was because of character. But if you're the number 2 receiver in the NFL all time, damn it, pop your shit. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. But I mean, at the same time, it does, like, you gotta kind of consider, like, it has, your public image matters. Like, in every shape of the world, you're on national television.
Lawrence Taylor did coke before every game and it was known. He's a Hall of Famer. Fuck that.
I mean,
Lawrence Taylor was a known crackhead.
I mean, there's levels.
Let's put it out there.
Yes, there's levels. Okay,
but that's the part where you say where I have to agree with you. You said there's levels.
There's
Lawrence
levels
Taylor is in that elite where it's like You let him do whatever the fuck.
Yeah, talent beats.
You sit
Talent
back
beats,
and just
bro. Listen, it's coke.
Yep,
You know what I
talent
mean?
beats
He's not
all
beating the
bullcrap.
shit out of his wife for fucking letting dogs fight. You know what I mean?
I
So you
agree.
take the latter of the
I
two
agree.
evils. I'd rather you fucking sit there and tell me that you do fucking meth every time before you snap the fucking ball than you tell me that you beat
Well,
or like
Ray
beat
Lewis
a dog.
was accused of killing a man, and 90% people believe that he did it. But he's considered the greatest linebacker of all time and got into the fucking shit the first ballot.
So
I'm just saying.
So did
Let's
OJ.
talk about it. Murder versus saying "fuck you" on camera. I'm just saying. Murder.
So did OJ.
But then that's,
Murder.
But then that's like, to me, that's nitpicking hairs, because then
Amen,
when
Roger that.
when
Yep.
you're talking about that, now you're talking about like Ray Lewis won a championship.
I
mean,
think he won
obviously-
two.
Yes, two.
He got two. Yeah, he got two.
I mean, obviously, like it takes an effect, but like if you're trying to market this thing to children, if you're trying to market this sport as
For
a
the next
family
young,
sport,
yep.
it matters like who the fuck these people know that they're who they're looking up to
yeah.
are actually genuine fucking people.
Brett
That's
If they're
valid.
not a genuine person, 9 times out of 10, I guess don't meet your heroes, folks. Like
I mean, but that's what it goes to,
Valid.
because let's be real. Joey Porter just came out on a podcast and said Big Ben was a terrible teammate. He was terrible.
a lot of people say Aaron Rodgers is horrible.
I was just going to say Aaron Rodgers won't spend time with his teammate, but go in a dark cave for 6 months and say, "I'll see y'all preseason."
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's just what it is. But they still, but I can guarantee you that Aaron Rodgers is going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Well, a job is a job.
But see, no, we can't say that because Landy just took that away from us. It's about your perception to the people about how it is as a family sport, so on and so forth. Which is why I feel like that plays a big part, because so many rules have changed to show off that so-called image that he just said.
Yeah.
Hence why you can't kill motherfuckers when they mid-air way in the ball trying to catch the ball.
It's too
and you
big
can't
now.
take off his fucking head no more.
It's too big
because
now. Too
children
many
are watching
eyes.
this shit. And oh, my favorite player. Back in the day, did they give a fuck? Ronnie Lott cut his finger off mid-game and said, "Get me back in there."
Damn.
Like real shit that happened.
Damn.
People knew, even commentators knew, Mike Irvin and fucking Lawrence Taylor was high as hell, but were producing. It was well known throughout America. Everybody knew that. The nigga literally has a podcast called The White House. Let's keep it a buck. It's the Opinion Lounge. Damn it, I don't
He
give
has
a
a,
fuck.
he has a documentary too.
And this is what, and that's what I'm saying. The documentary says it all too. You got players coming out right now because the podcast world is big in today's time.
Yeah.
You got a lot of motherfuckers telling the truth. Person Harvey said he didn't go without a game without smoking weed.
Megatron did the
What
same thing.
Megatron came out and said
Yeah,
the
Marshawn
same
did the
shit.
same shit.
And no,
Yeah.
Megatron came out and said the same shit. Hey dog, it was games where I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna get through this shit. Fuck it, I'm finna spark up. And he said most of those times I did fucking good. I don't know if y'all remember, this is a lost back that a lot of
Brandon
people
Jacobs?
forget to get, but Brandon Jacobs said specifically when he tried coke for the first time, the man went for damn near 400 yards. Let's put this. That is street PEDs in today's society.
Didn't you fucking
So
run back
what
on
I'm
too?
saying is that
Ricky Williams
people
too,
were
bro.
accepting of that.
Ricky Williams.
But in
Ricky
today's time, like even with movies in today's time, a lot of movies that we love that are classics back then wouldn't get showcased now.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Because of how today's it, because of the
because
perception
people-
that they're trying to view that.
Yeah.
I'm going back to the perception point.
Yeah.
So when he says that the family game and all that shit or whatever, I can understand that. But contribution is contribution, like period. So just like how motherfuckers say, like, and I'm not trying to go in a rabbit hole here, but a lot of people love Trump for what he does and so on and so forth, for whatever the case may be, right? For whatever reason, but they say that he does do, not the whole alphabet, but if you want to do it, I guess A through E correctly or whatever. The rest of the alphabet he freestyles pretty much. But Americans love him for that because he's his authentic self, and he does contribute to what their greater good is. What I feel like is, in your sense of, is that certain players are getting selected for the NFL's greater good and how it looks to the people versus their actual contribution to the league. You basically have to be a fucking puppet and say the goody two-shoes shit and be the goody two-shoes shit or whatever. And then your authentic self doesn't come out until you're retired. Landy, go ahead.
If your authentic self is a piece of shit, then you probably shouldn't come out anyway. Period. The end.
Yeah, because
There's a lot of piece of shits that are greats.
Then you shouldn't be a piece of shit. Shouldn't be a piece of shit. Have a morality clause. Like that's literally what you
mean they shouldn't be great? Because like, at the end of the day, what do you? But he did what he did. The film proves it that he was great. What are y'all talking about?
That's literally all I'm saying. Like, bro,
the film tells you that he's great.
This is not like you can't base it off of lawyers' basics. Like, hey, this guy's a piece of shit. But like even right, I can even take it back. One of my favorite shows is Suits. Is Harvey a motherfucking piece of shit or a nice guy?
Yes.
But he's a fucking
he's the number one fucking lawyer in the state of New York.
That's a good ass show.
That's all I'm saying, bro.
There's a difference between being like a piece of shit, like being just an asshole person, and then just literally being just the scum of the earth. There's a large difference in that.
There's levels to
that. You saying that is T.O. is a scum of the earth?
You're saying, okay, so for like Harvey, right? Harvey's an asshole. He's not necessarily a piece of shit.
No, right.
T.O. I don't even know what the fuck he did. I don't even know anything about him, really.
Because the nigga would
because he wasn't very prominent to me.
The one thing that they get on is mad about two things that I know specifically.
Okay.
One, he had a runaway touchdown to go score, but he stamped the fucking Cowboy shit.
Okay, that's an in-game shit. Doesn't matter.
Ha! Boom. Okay.
In-game shit doesn't matter.
That's one part.
Okay.
And then the other part was when he was in the middle of, I guess, a contract negotiation or free agency. He held the workouts at his house instead of going to the facility. And the cameras all went to his house to watch him work out when he was supposed to be at the facility. But he's like, I'm not going until I get a contract or whatever. And he just stayed his authentic self. Like, he's like, bro, I know what I'm worth. And at that time, he was probably viewing himself like, nigga, I'm most receivers probably don't even say that they're up under somebody. He was like, shit, I'm better than Jerry Rice. Fuck you mean? I can do whatever the fuck I want to do. Yeah. Like, and they criticize him for that.
And same thing.
That's the T.O. That's the T.O. part of it.
Picking on what he said. Same thing with Marshawn when he was in Buffalo. He got into 2 incidents. They accused him saying he's not the greatest, and now he doesn't even talk to the media.
And UCLA, this man is before games riding in the golf carts, swerving, stacking, doing everything else, and doing his own shit with the pads and helmet on. Yep. He was who he was before he got into the NFL. Stayed the same person. It was only accepted in Seattle.
Yep.
Seattle would Pete Carroll will let your young ass do your thing as long as you fucking produce it. And that's how we got to learn and grow and love Marshawn Lynch. Because in Buffalo, he had to. Damn, I can't say that shit, bro. Like,
I gotta watch what I say.
I gotta watch what I say. And then eventually with the maturation process, going into the Super Bowl, hey man, I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Yep. And then that's what you get.
I can say a whole lot right now, but I'm just here so I don't get fined. I'll be right back. See, this is unprofessional right here. See, now is Jose a piece of shit?
he's a dumbass. And that's why I'm saying, like, there's categories to it, right? Like, if you as a moral person know what line you shouldn't cross, right? As a moral person, as if you believe in any sort of God and have any sort of fucking morality.
I like how you said that too.
Because
I do too. We're bringing him in a little bit slowly but surely. Keep it going.
No. No.
Keep it going.
This is chapter 1, my friend.
Keep it going. Oh, we on chapter 3 now. This is episode 19. We got it.
First day.
Landon said, "The fuck."
Keep it going. Keep it going.
You don't even believe in the same gods. You believe in a different one. He believes in a different one. And you two believe in.
No, we don't.
We believe in the same.
We all believe in the same God. Hey, amen.
Amen.
Amen. Amen, motherfucker.
Amen, you Muslim. You fucking know that's not the same shit.
It's the same God.
You know that's not the same.
Muslims the same
We're not
God.
getting off task. Keep going.
We do believe in the same thing.
You do relatively.
We just don't believe in the same prophets.
There's a sense of morality, right? And as you know, with modern times and how many eyes are everywhere, right? Everybody has a television. Back in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, not everyone had a television.
That's fair.
And
that's
there's
fair.
more.
I'm not all the way agree, but it's fair.
There's more eyes on you now, and with the more eyes comes the scrutiny. There's to talk about the fucking stupid Trump thing. He said on NBC that he believes that he has good policies but bad PR. No,
he has good.
Largely incorrect.
I think he has good PR.
You have the best PR in the game.
He has the worst public relations ever. His fucking disapproval rating is at an all-time high.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie though. Like, okay, I guess PR that's public relations. I'm talking about his media team.
Oh yeah, no, he's doing a phenomenal job of staying in the media.
People like myself, PR and the media team are two different entities.
Correct.
Okay,
Yes.
I'm about to say because the
Correct.
people that put
Because
it out there, they're
doing-
they put it in your face, put it on the table, as most men say.
They're,
Like
they're
they,
doing
they
a
doing
great
that.
job, right? For sure. They're doing a fucking terrible job at the public relations aspect.
Okay.
This, like, they're so bad that they have fucking Republicans crossing like aisles to fucking repel tariffs. Like, it is in no way, shape, or form good. And so with the morality clause, like with all of these things that people are seeing in today's time, the fucking the ICE shit that's happening, the fucking relations and the wars that were happening, everyone's going to be more sensitive to this shit because people have died. A lot of people have died.
Facts.
And so there's a morality clause now. There's a line in the sand that not everyone can fucking make.
That falls off into everything from sports, movies, politics.
That falls off on
It's
everything.
Everything. Agreed.
And that's where the societal norm comes into effect, right? That's where the clauses comes into effect. You meet this morality norm or you're casted out.
But to that point, though, which goes back to the original,
Which
at
I
that
think is a
point,
good thing, by
at
the way.
that point, I feel as though it's nitpicking in a sense, because let's be honest, you have your known piece of shits that are in this world that are still get glorified.
Yeah.
And but you have those small people that agree with those antics, that believe in what you do, and still support you.
Yeah.
Like, say what you want, but a lot of people love Charlie Kirk. A lot of people didn't.
A lot of people did like.
A lot of people
Facts.
don't like Donald Trump.
Trump, yeah.
A lot of people do.
Yeah.
A lot of people didn't like Lawrence Taylor. A lot of people did. A lot of people didn't like T.O. A lot of people did. So at that point, like I said, going back to the way beginning of the shit, you have your people who dictate these rules and how shit goes, and now it's up to them. Fuck what the public thinks about it. We have made a new rule. Like you said, back then, from movies to sports to everything else, this is America. This is what it is. You either like it or you don't. And if you don't, and listen, if your kids ain't supposed to watch it, you're a bad parent for letting them watch it, because this is America. This is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But now in today's time, going back to what he says, now it's a bigger agenda to that now, to where we don't care if you let your kids allow it or not, because we now know that kids have more access to a lot of shit that they didn't have back in the day. It's easier to access things that they're not supposed to be seeing, watching, or touching, or doing versus back in the day. So now with that perspective in mind, you have to, I guess, navigate to a different direction, which trickles down to everything. So at that point, what I'm saying is, what is the medium ground? Because even in today's time, as I mentioned, there are known piece of shits. There are known bad games and shit like that you're not supposed to be playing or doing. But everything can be, what's the word when motherfucker when a CI come into this shit, intro or something like that, I forgot what it's called. Like when you can
Access?
No, when you basically it's a lot of things to where you can basically go in there and fuck it up. Like a lot, like for example, they said that some parents are suing Roblox now because it's known pedophiles that's on that bitch that got motherfuckers playing with them and so on and so forth, and then eventually be like, hey, well, you're in that same state, great. Like, hey, let's come over and play and shit like that. Like, it's a lot of ways to where you can go in and fuck some shit up now. So at what point is the media is the common ground to know, like, hey, this guy or this group or whatever the fuck may be, like, in the eyes of the people, a bad person or whatever, but the overall contribution is good for what's going on outside of their antics and outside of how the people look at them or whatever. Their contribution alone is what's ultimately the point of basically the conversation. Because at the end of the day, you're whatever job you are, like you say, you're a lawyer. You're a lawyer, right? Everybody don't like you. You probably don't like to work with people. You don't like to get told how to run your shit. You don't go about the policies and procedures like everyone else, but you got a 95 to 99% conviction rate, whatever the case may be. At what point does that person get looked at for their contribution and what their overall job is versus how they're looked at as a person?
So the question is, where's the line? Mm-hmm. Where's the line for what? I'm sorry.
where the job at hand is more in person than how the person is looked.
So
or
you're saying,
perceived as.
like, when at what point does the job outweigh the character?
Yeah,
is essentially what you're asking.
Okay, thank you for making me sound retarded. Go ahead.
So at what point does the job no longer reflect the character? That's an interesting question, and it all goes like, because I mean, Operation Paperclip, which had Nazi scientists help on like the project to send people to the moon, right? The U.S. did that. The U.S. acquitted some of the Nazi scientists and helped them, and in return, they helped us get to the moon. That is a very rough summary of what Operation Paperclip is. You look
really
it up
is.
whenever you want to.
That was the quickest. I give you credit for that.
Yeah, that was the most quickest fucking summary.
Yes,
They used some of Nazi scientists to help to progress modern science, right? And that proposed a moral question back in the day. The same moral question that you're asking: at what point does it benefit
the job?
But at what point does it benefit society more than it harmed them? Right? At what point did your contribution help more than what it actually did damage to? Right? And I honestly don't think they ever actually finished
that answer.
I never actually think they
so.
answered that
So
philosophical
right now they're still
question.
figuring it out.
They're still figuring it out. There's because at some
So does
point,
that go back to the point where I said they're nitpicking at this point? Like
I mean,
who they're liking, who they
because
don't
at
like?
some point you got to realize too, like what it is you're being compared to, right? You're being compared to a game. Like you're being compared to like a game that's meant to be played by children. Like will largely be played by children. You played this as a child in the backyard.
I can agree that because it like even as lawyers or football or whatever the fuck it is, doctors, you play that as a kid. I agree. I agree.
So there's a certain aspect of it and the impact it will in society.
Yeah.
If you think, for example, that the contribution to science from these Nazi doctors was a greater contribution than what they did in the Holocaust, okay, why? You know what I mean? Justify your own reasons. And that's where a large part of it comes from, is when people had the same synonym, like same idea of when, hey, we both agree this is the line in the sand. Or like this is the relatively close line in the sand that we as a society largely agree, hey, you shouldn't do this, right? If you're, for example, for the Roblox person, like I fully agree. The creator of Roblox knew, and they've been warned over and over and over and over again about the pedophiles on the website.
Absolutely.
And they didn't do anything about it.
Facts.
So at that point,
because they were still reaching numbers and all that type of shit.
And so in response to that, the outcast is you're protecting pedophiles. Like you're allowing these children to play this game with pedophiles on it, and then they're like, well, you as a parent shouldn't be able to do it. Well, it's marketed for children. Like it is genuinely marketed to play like for children. The sub thing of Minecraft, like if you don't want your kids to play like online games, you can just play Minecraft, right? And it's the morality line of where it's too far for you.
And picking back on what Landon says, I think now these
piggybacking.
Yeah, pickback on whatever.
What did he say?
Pickback.
What did he say? Don't talk about my dyslexia.
From what he said, I think now America these days is now starting to be like people are starting to defend themselves now. And I feel like now people are starting to make they're starting to draw their line of sand in a sense, I think, in my opinion, because I think the government in America has not played too much a heavy role and have not made great decisions on where it needs to go. So I think a lot of people are doing the same thing. And I think the NFL fans are starting to say the same thing. They're like, with this,
they're starting to realize it's a problem.
The NFL is now starting to become a problem.
It is, but to go back to what Kerr's point was, which we argued heavily on, certain people were creating indoctrinations, whatever the fuck it is, like the rules on how shit should go. Early on, America was viewed as, this is us, accept it or not. You were born here, like, you know, whatever the fuck the case may be, like you work hard and you do what you do no matter like how they look at you and accept it for who you are, whatever, and boom. We've shifted from that to go to like now, like, hey, it's the public eye, so on and so forth. But now it seems like, just like how they say with fashion, trend, music, and everything, eventually you go back. And I feel like that's what's going on now, because to your point, you just said a lot of people are starting to defend themselves. It kind of goes hand in hand to that, because like I said, back then it was like, hey, this is me. I ain't got to give you no explanation on shit. I've been that same person I come from this line of whoever the fuck. This is how we are. I don't have to change shit to please you. In today's time, you do. Especially if you want to go to certain places, reach certain people, and get certain achievements.
Yeah.
You have to please those people, whether that's you or not. But if you want to contribute to the greater good and be a part of that elite class of whatever the fuck it is, whether it's Hall of Fame, whether it's doctors, whether it's judges, whatever the fuck, you have to, like I said, in most professions, they have a board of people that elect you to do certain shit. Just like, and correct me if I'm wrong, but even with you, with your sergeant stuff, you had people that had to choose you to fit that bill because of certain accomplishments that you have or don't. Yeah. Correct?
Yeah, correct.
I'm talking to Kerr at that point. Because he got it's meritorious sergeant, whatever the case may be. And you said, and I remember one conversation that we had to where you was like, probably had I not had that bachelor's degree, I probably wouldn't have got that.
Yeah, in that situation, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's where I'm bringing that to, because it's like, had he not had that, he probably wouldn't get that. Even though, like, he probably contributed and did probably the same thing as other people that probably have, that bachelor's degree gets you skipped up a little bit past those people that you probably did the same thing or whatever the fuck. But now I have that, though. Yeah, that looks better. That fits better to the bill of what we got going on. So I feel like that correlates into everything else that we're talking about.
The bachelor thing is kind of a little bit off base because that used to be the American dream, and like
no, it's not.
That used to be.
I'm just saying the perception eyes shit like that, like not the American shit.
Because like
I get that part too.
Because the whole idea was like if you go to college and you fucking do well in college, you get your degree, you get ahead. That's the idea.
The world is yours.
The world is yours. Yeah, that's the premise. That was
bullshit.
That was what a beautiful lie they sold to you. What a beautiful lie they sold to you.
Has proved that that's bullshit. To his point. That was the way, though.
That was the way.
If you went to college, graduated, and you got that bill that says, hey, I did that, you have access to a lot more shit than people that did not do it. But in today's time, like you said, people that ain't even touched the goddamn college campus got more money than the next motherfucker that spent 4 years at that bitch.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who got certifications that make more money than
that's real. Motherfuckers, hey, one dude told me, he said, you know what's the best university to go to but the cheapest as well? YouTube-iversary. He said you can learn some shit on that bench, get that shit, go apply it, and use golden. And that's the cheapest university to go to. Just watch the videos, learn your shit, go take the test. Remember what I told you, you're good.
You should have had a conversation with me before I went to Sam Houston State. Conversation.
I mean, I'm just saying, but that's the overall truth of it, though. Like, so we're in agreement that basically there is no answer to that because America / the world is still figuring it out as far as the common ground to character / contribution.
I think the line is what the actual thing is. I think that if it's medicine, you get a little bit more leeway. If it's a sport that people are meant like that children play, then I think you get a lot less leeway. And I think that's kind of the line is if it's a medical contribution to society that actually helps. I think that outweighs a lot more than somebody running around with a football.
Well, we figured that out in COVID.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
Well, speaking of that, because you know you're back now. This segment right here is brought to you by Jose Cuervo. Well, he will say exactly how he feels and stand on what he says, ladies and gentlemen. Sure. Very genuine, very honest, and quite frankly, he goes into that class of what we were just speaking on, where he's going to be himself and don't give a fuck how you view him. With that being said, Jose, give me your takes on how you feel.
About what?
About everything. You know, you over these past months, you've been saying a lot on Facebook.
Your Facebook's crazy.
On to us. Yeah. The things that you put in the group chat. Wow. I want to give you the floor to express and give your opportunity to say the things that you have been saying off camera, on camera, and I'm not going to say if you're comfortable because you're comfortable no matter where the fuck you at. Yeah. So with that being said, I want to hear your views on what you've been thinking and what you've been seeing and also what you've been doing lately, brother.
Well, I've been very observant of the shit that's happening in the world.
I've seen that.
The group messages.
Everyone who's friends with you on Facebook sees that.
Talk your shit, though.
In the wise words of my boy Lando over here, what do you say?
Well, you said the wise word.
What was it? Fuck ice.
How you forget? And the wise words are landed. You said a lot. What you say?
He said, fuck ice, bro. He said, fuck ice, bro.
Okay, all right.
And I'm not even going to go so far as to say, yes, absolutely, fuck them. Only because I'm not against illegal immigration. Deportation. I'm not against deportation at all of illegal immigrants, right? Mm-hmm. That's totally fine. As a nation, they need some shit. There needs to be some type of law and order, right? The way they're going about this shit, bro. Right? I just saw a video of some shit in San Antonio where 2 ICE agents broke into somebody's house, bro. They just barged in, bro.
You sure that shit? And she was recording, talking about why are you in my house? And
talking about why you in my house. The guy came out saying, get the fuck out.
When the son came home from school and they was touching on him, she was like, what are you doing? Yeah.
Dude,
okay.
No warrant, no reason to be there.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. Dog. Everybody, like a couple of guys that I know that were in the military, straight up said, if they were in my house, double taps to the head in a heartbeat. Because now, they had no motherfucker.
Does that get
for legal reasons he can't say that.
Now does that
you can't wait
because I still want you to speak.
Right.
Does that still warrant you for arrest even though you're protecting your home?
No, because they have no warrant.
Okay.
They have no warrant. They have no reason. They have a suspicious reason to be in there, right? But they have no real reason to be there. They have no warrant. They acted out upon themselves just because they're ICE agents.
Okay.
Right? So, one thing that I have seen is that these motherfuckers are becoming too powerful. I believe that the American government needs to be demilitarized to a point, right? And the fact that we're not burning fucking cities down over the Epstein shit is mind-boggling to me, bro. Right?
Them bitches need to be held in
because
contempt.
we're burning. High school students are walking out of the motherfucking school for this ICE shit that 90% of those fucking students don't even know why they're walking out of, right? But nobody is saying shit about the motherfucking Epstein shit, bro. And like I said earlier, what if it was your fucking kid? Are you mad enough now to do it? If it was your fucking kid?
Yeah, obviously.
But there was parents that fucking had their kids taken. Where are they?
Well, a lot of people, but also too, which was the I guess the bowl on the president, whatever the fuck it is, to basically say that was a part of Epstein's shit, was that I did all this shit, but you can't say shit.
Fuck them all, bro.
And now, but guess what? If you do say something, those kids and everything that you're talking about or whatever, even though they went through what they went through, they fuck around and be dead and not seen again, type shit or whatever. And I believe that that's part of that. And also, to your ICE point, ICE was, I guess, created back in 2003.
Yeah.
Homeland Security.
23 years later, really, I'm going to say 22 because we start seeing more of it last year, 2025. Now it has become a focus of conversation, but it's been going on since 2003.
Yeah.
So, and like you said, people that back certain conversations and also acts have more of their chests out when they know who's backing them. Like, completely irrelevant. But 6ix9ine, for example, he knew that he had a gang of motherfuckers that was respected in New York, one of the biggest gangs, backing him. So he could pop and talk his shit, even though the world had questions like, this motherfucker? But when you got top shotters and shooters in the city that's known worldwide backing him, at some point you like, well, shit, some legitimacy got to be true about it. So now going back with ICE, this shit's been out since 2003. They're more powerful now in today's time because of, in my eyes, of who's backing them,
right?
Which is Trump,
who's in office.
And like when you have that type of power behind you, I feel like you can pop your shit and do whatever. It's a lot of people, like I said, and y'all know I grew up in the streets. It's a lot of people that were considered tough guys or big guys or whatever. When they by themselves, you really seen the truth in the motherfuckers. Like, yeah, you ain't shit without them motherfuckers. Like, where your gun or where your hands at now? But you could pop and talk that shit when you got 30 motherfuckers behind you and you that big dog. But when you by yourself and you have to fend for yourself, it's a big difference. Carry on.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I'm done with what I was doing.
Can I hop in this conversation real quick? What's it called? With ICE, I just think now people are starting to record stuff.
That's what it is.
And I feel like
New day and age.
Like I feel like now these days people are just starting to record more things, and now it's starting to be more public, because I think the same, like the deportation rate numbers were more higher with Obama, I think. If I'm wrong, you can quote me on that. Yeah, you can quote me on that.
Don't worry about it. The comments will.
Like you can quote. Yeah, y'all can quote me on that, because I remember. But the difference between Obama and Trump, from what I heard, was no. Obama did it right when people were came right to the border, and then he deported them back.
Obama.
But I don't know.
Obama's immigration policy, which he got absolutely railed on, was largely in effect because he didn't do anything largely scale different than what the Bush administration did previously. Yeah. He just that's basically it.
Yes.
The reason
he adopted.
He just adopted it. And that was a large talking point for Democrats and
also
Republicans.
to his point, he presented it differently than how Bush did it or whatever. Same policies and everything.
And he knew, like at the same point, like he knew. But the reason why, like, it is exactly who's backing it, like, and the funding they've got because of who's backing it. They backed in a big, beautiful, that stupid fucking package. They called it the Big Beautiful Bill.
It was smart.
It was stupid. It was it's just stupid because it's going to inflate the fucking economy. Like
Trump did that.
Yeah, that was one of the big pieces of legislation.
I don't understand how you part of the military and don't know this shit, bro.
There's certain things I try.
You just mind your business for real. You mind your business for real.
Surprisingly, in the military, people don't give a fuck.
Yeah, they try to avoid it.
No, they don't pay attention.
Right, I get that. I'm just here to get paid, so I don't get fined. I get that's how some people are. Okay, and that's what you say. Okay, I'll back off of that.
But it's so like largely in part like they've been able to, because of how much funding that they've been able to pick up because of that package that was fucking passed, they're able to offer large scale bonuses, which doubled the fucking size of the department. And so that's why it's been around since 2003, but the numbers have fucking doubled. And because there's a fucking $5,000 signing on bonus, and then like promises that they'll wipe out your debt with the government, with the state.
And the crazy thing about it, it's like with the border patrol, it's like they didn't even like hire new people. They all just moved from state laws to regular police. They just pushed them into the ICE.
I also think it's just also what's going on. In 2003, you had Afghanistan and Iraq.
And that was a bigger problem.
And that was a bigger issue.
And at that point, that was a huge patriotic event in United States history that
played a big role.
Played a big part. In 2008, when Obama took office, you had the financial crisis that
I'll ask you.
No, but you still had Osama out there. He took out Osama now, nigga. He took out
that
Osama.
was in 2011.
I'll even ask you the question.
That's still in that administration, knows what I'm saying.
Right. But at the same time, when you have big war events going on, you're not going to focus on
what's in-house.
What's in-house right now. There's nothing going on right now.
Yeah.
And all
which a lot of Americans have an issue with.
Yep. Something's burning outside.
And to some Americans, they're like, why are we worried about that when you got this going on? And I feel like that's where Trump has shifted it to be like, he still plays parts in the outside or whatever, but now he's like, this shit here though. You know what I'm saying?
But not to everything.
Correct.
How many people do you think died in ICE custody under Obama's 8 years?
I wouldn't know.
Zero.
I wouldn't know.
Zero.
56.
I'm about to say not zero, but it's a low number.
56.
It's a low number.
How many people? How many people died from ICE last year alone?
More.
33.
33?
That is in 8 years, 56. In 1 year alone, 33.
You're talking about like citizens or agents?
Citizens. This is citizens. This is American fucking citizens. These, like, if you go to fucking... If you used to go to like Mexico, the cartel would roll up in you like in unmarked vehicles, jumped out in masks and guns. That's what these fucking people are doing in the streets. Yep. They're fucking just jumping out with fucking masks and guns, telling you to get the fuck out. And it's one person versus 7 fucking agents. Yes, of course these people are fucking scared because you're yelling at them. Like, you're not trained in de-escalation. This whole thing was so fucked up, and now people have died, and they don't understand what's wrong with that.
But you shouldn't be there, bro.
That's not the point.
That's not the point.
If you're gonna protest peacefully. That's the reason. It's a peaceful protest.
Jose, that's not the point.
No, it is, bro. You don't get involved in when. Do you get involved if somebody's arresting Kerr? Are you gonna get involved?
So let me ask you this.
If somebody's arresting you, is Kerr gonna fucking get involved?
I'm gonna end this. Jose, I'm gonna end this. I'm gonna end this conversation. If me, you, and Jay were walking down the street and ICE pulled up and they asked you for your citizen and you don't have paperwork, what the fuck are you gonna say then?
I'm gonna try to. Simple, bro. I'm just gonna ask him. Okay, I'm just gonna tell him I don't have it, but I am an American citizen, bro.
Prove it.
There's no way for me to prove
Exactly.
it.
That's
until
what
I get a
we
chance.
mean.
Get
That's
fucked.
what
Welcome
I
to the
mean.
new
Chance
fucking
to,
system.
Right? They still ask you when you cross the border, are you an American citizen?
Yeah.
Yes, fool, I am.
Yeah, bro.
It's the same fucking shit.
Listen, bro. These people aren't fucking.
That's what I'm saying.
It's the same shit,
Bro,
bro.
Alex Preddy was helping somebody who got fucking pushed down. They took his gun off of him and then they unloaded in the back of his fucking head.
I will say,
no,
that's
that
why
guy is not there by fucking happenstance.
My statement, I said, yes, these motherfuckers are too powerful and doing too much.
Yes,
I
it
agree.
became militarized because of the amount of funding they have.
I agree.
These guys should not be deployed on
They have
public
no
people.
power. They should have no power like that.
These guys should not be deployed in cities
At all.
These guys are
At all.
like militant people. Same thing with the National Guard. You should
all.
not be able
But
to
I also
federalize and
agree-
deploy people into the fucking cities,
I also agree that nobody should get in the position where they're gonna get shot, bro.
brother.
Brother,
Welcome
you
to
can't
America in the
avoid
21st
that.
century.
Let me speak on that part though.
You can't avoid that.
Let me speak on that
The
part
bitch
though.
that was driving did.
I'm
She could have avoided it.
gonna.
She could have gotten out of the car.
I'm gonna make it relative to the
incorrect.
conversation.
No.
I'm gonna make it relative to the conversation. In the streets, there are innocent bystanders.
All the time.
Big mama on the porch chilling. Granddaddy right there too. They got the kids outside playing or whatever.
Hopscotch.
But Pookie, whoever the fuck is inside, has known
Pookie.
ops. His ops come and spray down the crib. You telling me that Big Mama wasn't supposed to be outside enjoying her house? The kids weren't supposed to be outside just chilling. But to what you just said though, they're not supposed to be there.
That's different though, bro.
But in a sense it's not because like you say, for example, we leave from the podcast, we just had a great episode. We're leaving now, you're going to your car, ice pulls up. So you're saying that you're not supposed to be there. In situations, it's different, brother. And every situation is different. And like to Landon's point, they're just rolling up on people. What's it called? Basically, showing off their authority in ways that are not in the book. In a sense, they're just like, I have that right to do that because it's my job, and look who's backing me, so I can do that. To that point, I feel like what he's saying is for you to say, well, they're not supposed to be there, brother. This is America. A lot of people are just chilling, doing whatever they want, like they doing whatever, and they are put in that position. And at that position, you defending yourself or speaking up for yourself to certain agents' eyes is disrespectful. You shut the fuck up and do what I say. And to the modern American, you can't just tell me what the fuck to do. Nigga, I'm not doing shit. I'm minding my business or whatever. That gets people in a lot of compromising positions to get themselves either killed, detained, or whatever the fuck. So I feel like that's the point to that, to where you can't just say, well, they not supposed to be there. It's been a lot of instances where people were just doing what the fuck they're supposed to do, being where they're supposed to be, minding their own fucking business. Forget the people that were sticking up for people and everything else. I'm talking about the people that was just minding their business and doing whatever they do. They were still there and had to go through that. So to say you're not supposed to be there, okay, you basically want to be like SpongeBob and be indoors the whole time. Just be inside and the world is safe. It ain't COVID, bro. We're good now. Like, I'm going to go out there and go mind my business, go do whatever. But at the same time, you are taking that risk anytime you outside. Just like when people used to say, oh, well, you get killed doing that. I could have got killed I could have died stepping off the porch. That's the same thing how people viewing ICE right now. I can go to the store right now, and now people are second and third guessing, like, all right, if I go to the store, are they going to be outside? Are they going to be tripping? Like, so on and so forth. So you can't necessarily say you weren't supposed to be there.
If it was about law and order, they wouldn't have elected a 34-count felon.
Yep.
Wow.
If it was about law and order, if they wouldn't be fucking voting in somebody who literally said on tape, I just grab women by the pussy. And it wouldn't be absolutely phenomenally of a far reach to think that he's in the Epstein files in any condemning way because, they're best friends. But whatever, right? But that's so far of a reach today. And people can't even fucking fathom that. Like that, hey, a guy who calls a fucking Georgia senator and says, hey, I need more votes, should be the guy pushing for election integrity. There's a reason why this shit isn't federalized. All this shit is not normal. No matter how they try to pitch it to you on a silvery platter, that was the point. The point is to bar the legal system down with so many fucking challenges that you cannot challenge them all. That you just literally
and that all goes back to your beginning of the point of the doctrinations and shit. That goes back to that goddamn point.
There's a reason why they don't get held. There's a reason why they're not getting held in contempt for what they did. For releasing the files.
We'd all be considered terrorists if we did anything.
Right. So let's end it on here.
They're all terrorists.
It was this was one of at least I feel like one of the most informative podcast episodes that we've had in a long time. I receive all the information and opinions that I've heard from each one of you here, and I appreciate them. With that being said, clap it up for episode 19 of the Pin Lounge.
Welcome back, baby.
That was a grand ass welcome back. Goddamn, I told you we had a lot of shit to talk about. Before we end the podcast, though, ladies and gentlemen, if you are a fan of the podcast, we do like to end our show with a line of motivation from each everybody that's here. We don't do the whole music behind it, but at the same time, we say it to where we talk to the people directly and look at you and tell you what it is that we feel that's on our heart. I would like to pass it along the room. Kerr, you go first. What would you like to say?
If you run a 9-minute mile or a 30-minute mile, don't shame yourself because at least you still did it. Don't criticize yourself because you didn't feel like you performed enough. Be proud that you did the attempt to begin with because that's where it starts. So always make the attempt if you feel like you need to do something and don't criticize because you felt like you didn't do enough.
Roger that.
That was hard.
Hussein?
Don't be afraid to ask for help. If you're going through some things, don't be afraid to ask for help. It's not shameful. It's not bad. If you're struggling and you need help, ask for help. My older brother used to always tell me, Hussein, if you need help, ask.
Yes, sir.
Lando.
I got one on grief, if y'all let me.
Yeah, absolutely.
I read somewhere that like grief, it can be considered like glitter. And what that means is that it gets everywhere. It gets in your hair. It gets over everything. And as you move on in life, you try to clean it up as you go. And then one day you open a drawer and it just fucking kills you because there's still glitter in there, right? The glitter is the pretty things in life. They're the memories that you go. And so for Trevor's dad, rest in peace,
Peace, my man.
Absolutely.
I don't believe in God, but that's the closest thing I got for you, bud.
You ain't had to put that in there. you were so strong. Damn you. All right, Jose.
Just be great, man. Be great. Every day is a new day. The present is a gift for a reason. The past was there. And grief, man. We all deal with grief accordingly. And I hope that everybody that goes through grief can get over it every day, man. It is what it is.
Roger that. Me personally, it kind of hints to what everyone is saying in a sense. One of my favorite speeches is by Mr. Steve Harvey. And I know that's a funny that's a funny line when you say that, but seriously though, not to go on the whole spill about it, but he said, "Don't be afraid to jump."
Yeah.
And you're on the cliff, and you like you're at basically the Hoover Dam, whatever the fuck the case may be is, and you're seeing a whole bunch of people that's sailing with parachutes and everything like that, and you're just afraid to jump. Whether that's an opportunity to go do some things or to better your life or whatever, don't be afraid to jump. Yes, you're probably gonna have some bruises, some tears. You're probably gonna break a couple things while you in there, but eventually your parachute gonna come out. And I feel like that as a world, we're scared to jump based off on how other people view you or how your moves are handled. And to tie with that, don't necessarily announce all your next moves or your next accomplishments. I was always told don't let the left hand know what the right hand is doing. And in that statement alone, your goals are your goals. Your achievements are your achievements. Your beliefs are what your beliefs are. So stand 10 toes on that. And even if you don't get everything that you wanted or felt like that you should have received in that, OG said it best, oatmeal better than no meal. So be grateful for that, what you have, because a lot of people don't even have the access or belief in their mind to make that jump. They're not mentally strong enough to go attempt that mile or the mental capacity to deal with that grief. You know what I'm saying? So if you do have that, or even if you don't be afraid to at least attempt it, because you never know what the outcome is going to be. This is the Opinion Lounge. We appreciate you being with us, man. We'll be back for episode 20, man.
Fuck ice.
Yeah.